today for arithmetic, we're going to be talking about the commutative property, okay? And what that means is you can switch the add-ins and you get the same, who knows? What's the word for adding a problem? It's an answer, that's true, but what do you call the answer to addition problem? You switch the add-ins and you get the same sum. Very good. You switch the add-ins and you get the same sum. So we're going to do this first one together on the board, and you need to pay attention. You're supposed to be using your colored pencil for this. All right, so we're going to visualize in the box 2 plus 4. So on one side of the paper, you're going to put 2 dots in the box. See the box? And then on the other side, you're going to put 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. That's why you're using your colored pencil. All right, and then you would switch to your regular pencil, and 2 dots plus 4 dots is 6 dots. So put 6 as your answer. All right, and then on the other box, you're going to switch that. That's what commutative property is. We're switching the add-ins, and we're going to put first, how many dots? 4 dots this time. And then on the other side, we'll put the 2 dots. And 4 dots plus 2 dots is still 6 dots. Very good. So that was very easy, very simple. That's all we're doing. But make sure you're putting them on this side and on that side. And then on this side and on that side. And switching them. So if you did it on your own without paying attention, it's not a good thing. Alright, now down below we're going to do it, but we're not going to put dots this time. Alright, so first of all, they say 5 plus 6. That's almost double. What's 5 plus 5?
10.
So 5 plus 6 is?
11.
11. And then right below it, you're going to switch it. Eric, you said the answer. What was it? 5 plus 5 is what?
5 plus 4 is 6.
So 5 plus 6 is going to be? Yeah, 11. Now we're going to switch your add-ins. So down below it, what are we going to write? 6 plus 5, and it's still going to equal 11. All right, now go across to number 4. 3 plus 9. 12. Very good. And then switch your add-ins and write 9 plus 3. And it's still going to equal 12. Are you with me? You're not with me. You haven't even answered number 3 yet. I need you paying attention. And stay with me. All right, last one is 8 plus 4. 12. And then run below it, switch the add-in, so you're going to write 4 plus 8. And that's still 12. All right, thinking along this same line, we are going to do fact families now. For fact families, you take 3 numbers and you make 2 addition problems and 2 subtraction problems. So they give you numbers in number 6. Everybody with me? In that little white orange box, they give you 2, 9, and 11. Now they already did this one for you. They said that 2 plus 9, what is it going to equal? 11. Then they switched it and they said 9 plus 2, and what's it going to equal?
11.
For the subtraction, though, you start with the 11, and you say 11 minus 9 equals, no, 11 minus, does it already say it? I'm sorry.
It says 2 first.
All right, well, let's do the 11 minus 2. 11 minus 2 equals 9, and then 11 minus 9 equals 2. I didn't write them ahead of time, so I didn't know which one they did first, and I forgot they'd done it. All right, does everybody see that? That's called a fact family, where you're taking 3 numbers and making 2 addition and 2 subtraction. Notice on the subtraction, they started with a big number, and on the addition, they ended with a big number. All right, the next one is 5, 7, and 12. So what are we going to start with? 5. Say it.
5
Plus 7
= 12.
equals 12. Very good. All right, now let's switch the add-ins. So this time we're going to say 7 plus 5 equals 12. Now for the subtraction, we have to start with 12. and we're gonna say 12 minus 5 equals 7, and then we're gonna say 12 minus 7 equals 5. Alright, so those are fact families. Alright, now I'm going to do one of this next problem with you, and then I'm going to let you do some of them on your own. I'll just talk you through them. So this is a missing add-in. So they're saying 9 plus n equals 12. I'll do it right here. 9 plus n equals 12. How did we decide we were going to figure that out? What are we going to do? Subtract. So you're going to start with the 12, and you're going to subtract 9. And that's going to give you that unknown number. What is 12 minus 9? 12 minus 9. 3. 12 minus 9 is 3. So now we're going to rewrite this problem. 9 plus this number we just figured out is 3. And 9 plus 3 does equal 12. Alright, for the next one, I'm just going to talk you through it. Are you ready? Did you do that with us?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alright, this one says 3 plus n equals 11. Alright, to figure that out, we're going to start with 11 and subtract the 3 that we know. 11 minus 3, what does it equal? 8. Very good. 11 minus 3 equals 8. Now you can rewrite that 8 in the missing blank. 3 plus 8 equals 11. Alright, for number 10, 4 plus n equals 11. So to figure that out, we're going to start with 11. We're going to subtract the 4. 11 minus 4 equals 7. 11 minus 4 equals 7. And now you can rewrite the problems. 4 plus 7, because that's what we figured out, equals 11. Alright, put your pencils down. I want you to look up here. Alright, we're going to start word problems. Alright, so when you have a word problem, you have a problem-solving plan. Number 1, you need to read it, and you say, what is the question asking you to find, and what information is given. Those are the two things you need to find out as you read the word problem. Then we're going to solve. We have to figure out what operation are we going to do. Are we going to add, subtract, multiply, divide? What operation we use, and why do we use that operation? Alright, and what is your equation? Now your equation is the problem you use. Like the problem we were just doing, the last problem we did was 4 plus 7 equals 11. To figure it out, we had to do 11 minus 4 equals 7. That's an equation. Alright, it's a plus or a minus or a multiplication or divide with an equal sign and the answer. And the last of all, think, does your answer make sense? Alright, if somebody tells you that somebody has $5 and somebody else gave them $3 more, and how many dollars do they have now, and you come up with an answer of 2, does it make sense that if they had $5 and they were given $3 more, they now have $2? No, that doesn't make sense. Because you would have more dollars if you're being given more dollars. If the problem was they had $5 and they gave $3 away, then your answer would make sense to be 2. Okay, so that's why you need to think. Does this answer make sense for what I'm being asked? Yes, Steve. Okay, let's do our problem right now, okay? I'll look at it in a minute. Alright, let's read the problem together out loud. Tom has 8 life jackets on his fishing boat. He must have 12 jackets on the boat before his next fishing trip. How many more jackets does Tom need? Alright, when they wrote the problem in the box, they wrote 8 plus n equals 12, because they're telling you that he has to have 12. To be the right amount, he has to have 12, and he only has 8. So this is a missing add-in problem. So we are going to take the total that he needs, which is 12, and we're gonna subtract the 8 that we know. So 12 minus 8.
4.
Yes, very good. 4. 12 minus 8 equals 4, and then you can rewrite it as 8 plus the unknown number 4 equals 12. And then you go over the line and you need to say 4 more. Because it says Tom needs 4 more. You're going to add the words 4 more. You can say 4 more jackets if you want to, but you can just say 4 more. He needs 4 more. No, you can't just say 4 jackets because he doesn't need 4 jackets. He needs 12. What he needs is 4 more than what he already has. That's why you have to put, because we had to subtract to figure this out.
Do you put the number or do you put the word?
You put the number, not the word. You put the number 4 and the word more. And if you want to say more jackets, you can, but you don't have to. You can just say 4 more. All right, once you've written 4 more on that line, and I'm talking about this line right here, guys. Right here. Okay, you did the problem in the box, and then you write 4 more. That's the final answer. Turn it over. All right, we're going to start with some fact families on the back. 6, 6, and 12. Did you notice something? They didn't make you do 2 addition. Why are they not making you do 2 addition?
Because it's a double.
Yeah, because it's a double. You'd just be writing the same thing again if you did 2 addition. So 6, 6, and 12, what do you write first? 6 plus 6. You need to say the thing, the equation, not just 6, 6. Say the equation, please. 6 plus 6 equals 12. You're not just telling me what you're writing in the blank, you're telling me what the equation is. All right, what's the other equation we need to write? 12 minus 6 equals 6. Very good. All right, going to the middle one, we've got 3, 9, and 12. So what are we going to start with? 3 plus 9 equals 12. Very good. 3 plus 9 equals 12. Then we're going to switch the add-ins. Brennan, please stay with me. Switch the add-ins. 9 plus 3 equals 12. All right, now we're ready for the subtraction. So what are we going to start with?
12.
Start with the 12. 12 minus 9, or minus 3, equals 9. And 12 minus 9 equals 3. Please stop pointing at me. We're going to go to the bathroom right now. Right now, we just went to the bathroom, we're going to the bathroom now. Okay? All right, next problem. Next problem, 3, 8, and 11. So start with 3 plus 8 equals 11. All right, then switch the add-ins and say 8 plus 3 equals 11. All right, now you're going to start with the 11 and say 11 minus 3 equals 8. And then switch again and say 11 minus 8 equals 3. Very good. All right, now commutative property, we're just switching the add-ins. 7 plus 4 equals 11. And then switch those add-ins, so you're saying 4 plus 7 equals 11. All right, your next problem says 9 plus 2 equals 11. These are 11 fact families, aren't they? Except they're not making you do subtraction for them. So switch and say 2 plus 9 equals 11. All right, and the last one in that row, 5 plus 7 equals 12. 12, very good. And then switch those add-ins and say 7 plus 5
equals 12.
equals 12. And that brings us to another story problem. All right, and this is another time you're going to need to use your colored pencils in the box. But first of all, let's read this problem. It says Horatio found 12 acorns on the ground. He buried 8 of them. So how many acorns are not buried? What are we gonna do? It says he found 12 acorns. He buried 8. How many are not buried? Raise your hand if you can tell me what to do. Page. Subtract. So we're gonna start with 12. So you put a 12, and then in the circle you're gonna put a minus sign, and then you're gonna subtract 8. 12 minus 8. Now, in the box, we're gonna draw a picture to show it. So I'm gonna draw a little box right here to represent your big box that's right there. All right, so how many dots are we gonna put? 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I put 2 rows of 6. Alright, so just make sure you have 12. It's easy to miscount if you're not careful. That's why I put it as 2 rows of 6. Now, what do you think we're going to do to show that he buried some of them?
I'll cross out.
Yes, we're going to cross out 8 of them. So go back and over top 8 of these dots, put X's on top of 8 of them. Alright, and when you've put X's on top of 8 of them, how many were left? 4. So that is your answer. So you can put 4 what? Acorns. So on that line below the story problem, you're going to write 4 and put acorns. And if you don't know how to spell acorns, just look at the question because it says how many acorns. So look at it and make sure you spell it right. 4 acorns. Alright, so for the next problem, it says there are 5 girls and 6 boys in Mr. Fletcher's class. How many students does Mr. Fletcher have? Alright, this is going to be done similar to this when you draw the picture of it, because I want you to put 5 dots on this side and put 6 dots on this side. So put 5 dots over here and sort of like what we did these. So in that box again, you're going to put 5 dots on one side of the box, and over on the other side of the box, you're going to put 6 dots. Alright, now what are we going to do? If there are 5, was it girls? Yeah. 5 girls and 6 boys in Mr. Fletcher's class, and they want to know how many students are in Mr. Fletcher's class? Yeah. What are we going to do? We're going to add. We're going to add the girls and the boys. Alright, so 5 is what you need to put, plus 6 equals 11. 5 plus 5 is 10, so 5 plus 6 is 11. And then you need to draw a picture of it, just like we did with the acorns, except you're going to do 5 dots on this side and 6 dots on that side. And if you counted all the dots, it would be 11. Alright, now we're going to review what we learned. It says, remember the story we read last week? It says Haley knows she needs to learn math skills because math is an important tool to help people. What did we learn? It was an important tool to help people work. So all you're going to do is write the word work. There's the word work if you do not know how to spell work. I think they have
Yeah,
a
they have a
period.
period.
They
It's
have
like
a period.
right next to the line.
Yeah,
on
they-
top of it.
They put it at the very end of after the line, they have a period there already. Alright, you will have a paper very similar to this to do for homework tonight. In fact, it may even have that very same question for you to answer with the word work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.